Satnam, I'm Nirvair Singh Khalsa, and here we are in springtime. It's March, and we're going to do this amazing Kriya that Yogi Bhajan taught in 1988, which is really terrific for this transition from winter to spring and into the summer. It's called Removing Fear of the Future, and this comes from one of our wonderful Level 2 teacher training courses, Lifestyles and Life Cycles. And so this particular Kriya, it's interesting because the mudra it uses works with containing the thumbs, which represent the ego, so it can be in service of the heart center. I just was watching a rebirthing video from Yogi Bhajan, and he talked about the problem is not your fear or these other things. The problem is your happiness. He loves to reverse things like this. And that is, it's this load of happiness that you carry around that is diverting you from confronting those things that are really bothering you, that you then hold in your subconscious, that might end up in your unconscious and cause you to act out to really destroy this diverted happiness that you engage yourself in. So it's a fascinating way of looking at it. There's a couple of ways that Yogi Bhajan said to really get out of these things so they don't fall into your subconscious, and that is to really be consciously aware of those things that are impeding you from living in your higher self. And that really does take discipline and practice. And then once you're aware of them, you can confront them. You can be aware of those things that you are diverting yourself, what you consider happiness, which are usually temporary anyway, diverting yourself, and to be aware of how those things act in your lifetime, and to actually deal with the root cause of what is bothering you inside. In this case, fear of the future, fear of getting older, fear of not having enough, all these things that are very common to us as spiritual beings having a human experience. The other way of dealing with it that Yogi Bhajan talked about is to just drop it, which is an interesting idea, to just step away from it so that you're actually flipping yourself up in conscious awareness into that higher part of yourself, so that you're actually relating more, not so much to those things that are really bothering you deep down, but you're living in that higher part of yourself. And this is really how I would classify this meditation, this Kriya meditation that we're going to do today. And that is, you're going to have first of all, of course, you're going to do the tune and mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. And then you're going to use this mudra. What you're going to do is you're going to take the left hand and you're going to put it in the right palm. You're going to close the right thumb over the left palm, and then the left thumb comes over the right palm, and then you kind of enclose the right fingers around. It's very cozy kind of mudra. And what you're doing is you're containing your ego, and you're going to put this up against your heart center. And then you'll have the eyes closed, focused at the brow point. Just with normal breathing, you'll meditate on the mantra, the Shabad, Dan Dan Ram Das Guru. And you can use any version you like. I've got some favorite versions. We have this big, in Espanola, we've got this big 2.5-hour sadhana of live music on Guru Ram Das's birthday. And many times, Guru Shabad Singh would end up with the last half hour with his version of Dan Dan Ram Das Guru. And I really love that one. And I really love Pritpal Singh's. And I really love Sangeet Kar's. And I love Garage Car and Sonatam. So anyway, I've got lots of favorites. You can choose your favorite to play. And if you don't have one, just look on YouTube. Just enter in Dan, D-H-A-N, Dan, D-H-A-N, Ram Das Gur, G-U-R, and you'll find ones that you can play and listen to and meditate in this mudra, in this position, in the heart center. The eyes will be closed, focused at the brow point. Make sure that you have your neck in neck lock as you're practicing. Sit up tall, and then as you're listening to the music, really become aware and watch your mind. Become mindful. And that is to see where your mind is going and bring it back to the heart center. Bring it back to the shabad, the nad, the sound current, and just allow those things not to enter into your subconscious. Essentially, you're dropping it. You're stepping out of the way. Any fears that you might have, you're giving it to the shabad, the sound current, to be dissolved just like a drop of anything in the ocean. And so do it for 11 minutes. And if you can, build up to 31 minutes during this month of March, this where we can spring into this new sense of self and consciousness. And we'll be doing this together this month together. Sat Nam.